All the healthy eaters out there know that the more veggies you eat, the better your figure will be. But even that rule has its limits. You are what you eat, after all. If you want to treat yourself to a spoonful of creamy Nutella, that will do the trick. Sweets are the bane of all diets, of course, but hey, some things are only off limits until you really, really want them, right? And how good is that stuffed spread on a slice of toast? Ugh, nothing better in the world. And as an added bonus, you get to feel like a kid again every time you prepare this culinary delight. So simple. A slice of bread and some spread is the sweetest childhood memory. But at the same time, there are perks to being a grown-up. Now you get to say how much and how often you can eat Nutella. Isn't life sweet? And now that we've started, there's no point in stopping now. As they say, best to finish what you've started. And isn't it wonderful when you can lean back and tell yourself, well done, Kira. You did it. If breakfast seems like it was forever ago and lunchtime isn't anytime soon, that doesn't mean you have to deny yourself a tasty snack or two. So if you got the time and nothing better to do, it's the perfect time to get a move on and throw something together. Could you tone it down a bit, Jess? Sorry, Kira. Studying is one thing, but lunch is something else altogether. Jess, I can hear you with headphones on. Oh, sorry. Turn up the volume or just deal with it while I finish. Seriously? 100%. Eating is an ancient and sacred ritual. If you don't do it right, you can anger the gods of gluttony and have a curse put on you. True story. You have got to be kidding me. All right, it was a joke. I promise I'll never do that again. At least not today. Natalie has a bit of a sweet tooth, so she's sworn to stop herself from touching the stuff today. And a promise is a promise. It all looks so delicious. I'm practically drooling. No desserts for a whole day. This is hard. Okay, so yes, I swore off the sweets, but I can satisfy my cravings by just looking at them without eating anything, all while keeping my promise. The temptation is strong, but nothing will break my iron will. I probably should have invested in a bib first. Hindsight, it's 2020. Meanwhile, the long-awaited lunchtime has finally arrived for Jess. And hey, even if that piece of chicken is a smidge bigger than she was expecting, no big deal. The main thing here is not to see it as an obstacle, but a challenge. You can do it, Jess. Now that's what I'm talking about. Oh, my tummy is happy now. Yes, my jeans are a tad snug at the moment, but I'll worry about that later. And to make sure there isn't an inch of free space left in my stomach, I'll chug down some cold Sprite. Winning. Oh, man. What am I gonna do with this unexpected complimentary dessert? I can't just say no to a beautiful slice of chocolate cake. And it's free. Never. It's time to make a decision. Once and for all. You got this, Jess. Today, you set a record. Oh yeah, it's like I didn't even eat that big hunk of meat or down that Sprite. I think I'm getting a second win here. Oh, just a tiny bit more. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Prepping for exams has a tendency to really take it out of you. But worry not, there's a fail-safe means of topping up your tank. Pizza. Fresh, hot, made-to-order goodness delivered right to your door. Bon appetit, ladies. And the whole world melts away like cheese. Of course, sometimes it's best to let it cool just a bit so no slice gets left behind. Oh. Sorry, Jessica, I think we ought to throw it out. Don't you dare, Natalie! Could you really throw pizza away? It's wonderful no matter what happens. Ew. Are you sure, Jess? All right, be my guest. Somehow I seem to have lost my appetite, but you know, it might not be a bad idea for you to talk to a psychiatrist. The sooner the better. Another very long day has come and gone. Off to bed then, I guess. Time to count some sheep. 1, 2, 3. Wait a second. What's that noise coming from the kitchen? Keep her cool, Jessica. Nobody's there. It's just your imagination running wild again. But what if it's not? What if a crazed killer has snuck into my home and wants me to think it's all in my head? I know. He's just waiting for me to drift off, then he'll sneak into my room and smother me or shoot me. He'll cut me to shreds or worse. Oh god, it's the blonde hunter. The sweets killer. Natalie? Hey, Jess. What are you doing up so late?
Ew.
Why don't you try and sleep with a crazy person like you in the kitchen? And there you are. Dig in, Kira. These delicious burgers and fries are all ours. Now we can sit around and gossip like normal people. Oh, just a second.
Are you ready?
I'm here. Just give me a second. Don't be shy. Make yourself at home. Make myself at home? Well, if you say so, I believe I will. Where should I start? Well, how about with everything? I've heard if you first bite the burger on the left, and then the one on the right, it'll bring you good luck. And I think it's time to test that. And if it doesn't work, no skin off my back. You know, I should really come over to Natalie's more often. Gotta love having such hospitable friends. Whew, just a bit more. So how are you? Kira, I see you're doing well, yeah? Help yourself, Natalie. Don't be shy. Make yourself at home. Yeah, I actually am at home, but you little Miss Piggy, I don't think I'll be seeing you around here again. Well then, Mr. Cake, it's time for revenge. And revenge is a dish best served with chocolate. Hey, Natalie, it's so good to see you. Ooh, cake. Forgive me for the burgers, Natalie, and for the french fries, too. Could I have some, please? Just a teeny tiny bit? A teeny tiny piece, Kira. All right, I'm in a forgiving mood. Really? Thanks, Natalie. And here I didn't think you were the vengeful type. I'm not vengeful at all. I'm just not quick to forget either. And don't even try to soften me. My heart isn't made of chocolate. There's no melting it. So this is for you.
Oh, yes.
And this is for me. And be a dear, Kira. If you could go ahead and be just as jealous as possible as I enjoy this slice of heaven, I'd say I got my revenge, and oh, how sweet it is. I could just eat it up. Yeah, okay, Natalie, but tomorrow when you step on the scale, we'll see who gets the last laugh after all. Natalie may have been a bit harsh there, but I've definitely learned my lesson. You should always share tasty treats with your friends. Hey, sweetie. Hey. Maybe you'd like some too? Yeah. Aw, I'd love some, Kira. Now, how are you supposed to live in this world? You put yourself out there and someone comes up and eats half your ice cream. Thanks for the taste, Kira. Oh, and if there's anything else you want to share, I'm your girl. Next.
Candles, rose petals, a bit of bubbly. Just my typical evening, relaxing and getting pampered. I smell jealous followers. Oh, what do we have here, Jess? So that's what you're actually doing. Bath time, mud masks, and a long overdue shave. Now that's something your followers can actually relate to. Work that razor, girl. Keeping up personal hygiene is no less important than that huge following you've been dreaming of. So, what really goes on behind the scenes of our Instagram feeds? The desire to seem at least a tiny bit better than we actually are. Okay, maybe a lot better. which is why professional bloggers have an entire arsenal of hacks, cheats, and tricks to get that perfect shot. But the truth is that most people also have a conscience that tells them that there actually have to be some parallels between their actual lives and what they present to the world. And it turns out getting that balance right is a lot more difficult than just pressing that camera button on your phone. Hashtag vacay, hashtag take flight. A quick pic looking out the window of a plane, and as far as your followers know, you're up high in the skies. Here's a tip for those of us that aren't flying anytime soon. Print out a photo of an airplane wing, take a pic with the toilet seat, and get ready to be the subject of everyone's envy. Just look at those endless happy couples with their saccharine, sweet romantic gestures. Where did they all come from? Don't worry, Natalie. You've already got everything you need. You just don't know it yet. Ah, that's much better. Smoldering eyes and a mysterious stranger by your side. Well, no one needs to know that that stranger is actually your best friend. The greatest photos are all about mood and mystery. She'll never tell if you won't. What are friends for if not to lend a helping hand? Wow, check out Natalie. I wonder who that guy is. I bet he's really hot. They look super into each other. These are the kinds of comments Natalie's gonna get from those subscribers who don't realize she's prone to bending the truth. I wonder how many likes she's gonna get this time, and how many of her subscribers are gonna be wishing they were her. You do you, girl. Hashtag skinny, hashtag crop top, hashtag a little wine. Looks like these are Nat's new hashtags for the night. And man, she's really working that camera. Now that her photo session's over, she can finally relax. Undo those tight pants and be herself. Actually have that glass. Or two. Or maybe even a third? So what? It's not like her followers can see her now. Instagram is basically a story about living your best life. Which is why it's so very important to make sure that you actually ended your live stream, or you and your followers might be in for a rather unfortunate surprise. Here's a little tip for those who want to spice up their hair and their feed without, well, actually doing anything to their hair, and still get all that glorious attention. Call up a friend that always has great hair. Her mane, your phone, a bit of finesse, and you can sit back, relax, and watch as those likes roll in. Told you they'd fall for it. Oh no, it's my arch nemesis, the scale. That age-old battle between good and evil, and good doesn't always win in a world where there's so many ways to give in to temptation. Come on, Jess. Salty tears don't go well with ice cream. Luckily, Instagram is the perfect place to mask our little weaknesses and indiscretions. There we go. Now that's much, much better. I'll definitely get back on my diet tomorrow and start working out again. Starting tomorrow. Definitely starting tomorrow. Oh, ice cream. So wrong, but so right. Ah, the art of composition. Mess up here, and you won't want to post your photo. Shiny heels dead center, and who cares what the rest of your place looks like? These babies deserve their moment in the spotlight. And now that that's done, time to celebrate. I deserve it after all that hard work. Nice and crunchy. Feels so good to just zone out sometimes. Good night, everybody. Sleep tight, my sweet followers. Looks like our girl is finally gonna get a good night's rest. Wait a second. Looks like she's going out to a party instead. Have fun, Jess. You could have totally fooled me. Who was it that decided posting your workouts was a good idea? Sweat, runny makeup, or none at all. Bad posture, impossible poses that you can never seem to get right, no matter how hard you try. And try. And try. God, that looks difficult. How are you supposed to look good when you're working that hard? I can do this. I will do this, even if it kills me. Oh, looks like she's finally got it. Wait a second, is that? What's Jessica doing here? Getting a friend to help you on your quest for perfection is a smart idea. Just make sure they're actually helping you. Good job, girls. You've done well. Food posts. Love them or hate them, they're here to stay. Just make sure no one finds out what you're actually gonna eat after your healthy low-fat options. Or maybe instead of them altogether. After all, it's the message that's important. Eating right is important. What actually happens and how you're gonna pay for it later is a story for another time. Enjoying your #healthy meal, Natalie? Whether it's whipped cream or the ice cream Natalie's got coming up, we tend to use food as a means of comfort, often to drown out having no willpower. But then we feel bad and try to whip ourselves back into shape. We dig out that yoga mat, start working out again, and eating healthy. Or just posting about doing all those things. Well, at least your followers will never know. How you deal with your conscience is on you, though. Hey, pass those Pringles, Snag Hog. The perfect photo has to be, well, perfect. First, being in a good mood really helps. Next, make sure you've got good lighting, a nice interior, and that your hair and makeup are on point. Uh-oh, Jess. What's wrong? Is something missing? Listen, that's normal. Everyone's different. Not everyone is blessed with curves. I know that look. Jess is definitely up to something. Where did those come from? Come? I was born this way. Just check out my feed.
Morning, breakfast time, a sleepy weekend. But wait, strangers have jumped your fence and they clearly don't have the best intentions. No way. 2 robbers, all in black, are coming for you. Oh no, what am I going to do? Kira right off imagines the worst. While everyone else is relaxing, you and Rachel are robbed in broad daylight. Help these 2 poor girls! Save them! A pair of baddies are going to make away with all their gifts and gadgets! Rachel! Rachel! Get over here now! Look! We need to call for help. Stop. We got this. Grab some strong glue and several pine cones, and we'll see what's what. Put down a nice layer of glue on the floor. Do not skimp. And next to that, stick down the pine cones as well. Why? We'll tell you why. First, the masked bandit will get glued to the floor, and once he frees his foot, he'll land on the second half of the trap you've set. Hard to run away with only 1 shoe on. Even if his cohort comes to his rescue, their plans have already been turned upside down. Alright, our girls are now geared up and ready to fight back against thieves and any other wrongdoing. And when you've got super glue at hand, evil will fall to its knees and get stuck there, or to wherever a trap has been set. So, we're ready? Bingo! Ben and Mike need a moment to rest and discuss their plan of action, but this dastardly duo won't be getting back up anytime soon. Our sticky trap claims its first victim. Looks like the chair is getting carried off now. What are you laughing at, Mike? Why don't you try and make your exit? There you go. fluffy teddy bear can also become a defense weapon as well. Cut open his back and pull out some of the stuffing. And stash a prickly cactus inside the little guy. Just like that. Now you're going to sew him back up and set him out where he can go to work. Our barbed bear is now out in the open, watching over the house. Ooh, soda and toys. What should I grab first? I choose you. Oh, wee, that hurts. Ben, help! You are useless. It's been spiked. Ah! Mike, a Coke for the road to settle your nerves. The next present to prepare for our unexpected guests will lie in wait in an unexpected place, in the popcorn. Nestle a mousetrap in there and sprinkle some more popcorn on top, and for good measure, set a few more traps along the back of the couch to be sure to catch our baddies. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. Like you certainly have made yourself at home. Really, watching TV and helping yourself to snacks? Whoops! Looks like the popcorn is biting back. Chill out, man. Don't cause such a racket.
Huh?
Huh? What was that? My fingers! Ugh. Let's get moving. Well, well, well. What have you got there, Slick? Oil? Carefully pour it on the steps, but be sure not to slip in it yourself. That would be quite the tumble. Let's go downstairs. Get this over with. Whoa! Hey, Mr. Bandit. Didn't anyone ever teach you to watch where you're walking? Guys, I really think you should consider getting out of here, if you can. Maybe get jobs after all? Nice shiner, Ben. Cold, hard cash. Well, the fake kind, that is. This will catch the attention of any crook, and hopefully he won't notice it's counterfeit as he creeps around. We'll need some trusty glue again for this one. Perfection. And for good measure, stash some plastic poop you got from that joke shop in your jewelry box. Yuck. A criminal won't pass over the chance for something shiny, but that will definitely scare them off. Finally, something worthwhile in this house. Dang, I ripped it. Maybe there's something in...
Huh?
What? No, disgusting! I'm gonna be sick. Ugh. These two prowlers aren't ready to give up quite yet. Will they ever learn?
Huh?
Kira is about to be cornered in her room. Thank goodness she has a massive sweet tooth. Those gumballs might have just saved her hide right now. The stage is set, and await the crash entrance of an unaware Ben and Mike. Ooh, keep your feet under you, guys. Or not. That looked painful. Time for a bit of fun for me. I earned it. Those two are knocked out hard by their fall, apparently giving Kira the chance to get a little bit creative in her fight against crime. The lipstick is really just to lift Kira's spirits, but you've got to admit it, it's a striking color for the guys. Now, some spiders. They're sure to give these cat burglars something to hiss about. You ready? They're waking up.
Huh?
What is this? Welcome back to the land of the living, gorgeous. Take a look at each other. Rachel has another trick up her sleeve for anyone who might be snooping around her kitchen. First, you'll need to turn up the sound on your phone and hide it in a cabinet, and then get a can of fake snow. Stick a push pin in the spout that you've attached a piece of string to, then tape down the spray button and get ready to take aim. You'll need to use some double-sided tape to attach the can itself to the inside of the cabinet and the end of the string to the door. Yes, it's all a bit complicated, but totally worth it. Let's watch it in action. Alright guys, what do you think you're gonna find in here? A little fruit, not worth it. Alright girls, put this plan into action and beat those two once and for all. Kira, place the crucial call.
Huh?
I hear a phone ringing. Maybe it's for us? Or maybe we can at least pocket a new phone? Where's that coming from? Take that, you terrible twosome. You've now been marked for your crimes. Ah! Great work, girls. Your work is almost done. Those two men in black do look mad, though. And here they come. Now the grand finale for our robbers, who are certainly already shaken and weary after the welcome they've received here. A trip line with the subtle message of "get out of here" should do the trick quite nicely.